Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's sketch is this one right here. It does call for two photos, one 4x6, one 3x4. Now I am going to use a 4x6 photo and I'm going to cut this down, but it's probably not going to be 3x4, but you know, we'll see. Now the prompt for today is monochrome. So I haven't figured out what color I want to do yet. So we're working on the pink grid mat that desperately needs a clean, but let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so for this layout, as you can probably guess, I went with the color blue. Now you might be thinking I went with the color blue because of the blue vests that the cast members are wearing in the photograph, but I promise you that was just a happy coincidence. I grabbed one of my paper organizers and started flipping through, and I saw this Bo Bunny paper that's this beautiful deep blue kind of like grid paper, ledger paper. And I was like, oh, that's gorgeous. I want to use that. So that is how we decided on the color blue, and it was just a happy accident that it works so great with the photos. Now, I did grab those florals. These are just die cuts that have been in my stash. I grabbed some blue ink and just inked them up. Now, my purpose in adding the ink was just to get some blue on them. It wasn't to coat them or anything like that. If I wanted to completely coat them, I would have applied the ink direct from the stamp pad, and that would have given me a true blue saturated color. But like I said, didn't want to do that. Now, I did have to really reach to get my fun foam. It has a place right here on my table. But since you guys only get to see this small rectangle of space, you don't see the travesty that is my room right now, you guys. Like, there is a travesty happening. I'm going to be gone for a week, so I need to make sure all of my videos and everything are, you know, I need to have the layouts done, the videos done, the voiceovers done, the editing done, and throwing it up on the YouTube channel. So I'm not really cleaning up and putting everything away, and I don't do that normally after every video to begin with, and throw it on top of I'm trying to get 2 weeks worth of videos done. It's just a travesty. It's just a travesty. So I do the same thing with this doily. Again, I don't want it saturated in color. I do want a little bit more color on it than what is on the die cuts, so I do spend a little bit more time doing that. And then I decide that this polka dotted paper that I'm using, which is a close to my heart paper, needs to be the background. Like, my ledger paper needs to have some sort of border around it, and we're going to go with this guy. Now, that diagonal striped paper that I put the fun foam on, that is not a close to my heart. Wrong direct sales company there, Sandy. That's actually a Creative Memories paper. Now, I have been a Creative Memories consultant twice in my life. One back in the beginning when I started scrapbooking and had a workshop and taught people about shaker boxes, and, you know, I offended the Creative Memories community at large. And then more recently, I was a Creative Memories consultant because I wanted to buy some tools, and I signed on at a great discount and got everything I wanted, you know, at a discount, and it was worth it. But, you know, they have some pretty good stuff. So I know that people are like, ugh, Creative Memories, that's so 1996. Well, yeah, it was, but, you know, the striped paper came in handy. So here we are. I do trim down that photo down to a 3x4 photo after all. I think my original plan was to not have it that small, but I needed to cut out the extra dude in there. Extra dude didn't need to be in the photograph. The photograph is literally about the pooper scooper here in the back of the little parade thing. It's just something that we have always talked about every time we go to Disney and we see them, whether it is in like this little cavalcade that they are calling it during COVID, or a full-on parade. Like, we've always talked about the pooper scooper at the back and how they are probably one of the most important people in the parade, and they just kind of, it's just kind of like, oh, there's the pooper scooper, the parade's over. And we're like, no, you need to love them. So we always like wave at them and cheer and stuff for the pooper scoopers, because it's probably the most thankless job, right? Like if the horse is dropping stuff, nobody wants to walk in it and they got to get it cleaned up. So they're pretty important portions of the parade. So I put the florals down just like they are in the sketch. Now in the sketch, the florals are basically on top of the photos, but I wanted them as background. So I went ahead and did that. And now I'm going to pull in the other things that I used, like I thought would be a good match. So this vellum right here with the blue floral in it is old. It's older than dirt. It's Colorbach, older than dirt. And I am going to use that, and I'm also going to use some of these blue things off of these sticker sheets. So the plan is, you know, to really just embrace the blue. And that's what I'm doing. Now, I really didn't know what the heck I was doing right here. I'm just basically messing around with all the blue things on the page and trying to figure out where I think that they look good. At this point, I'm not looking at the sketch anymore whatsoever. And I don't follow the rest of it. So like I said, no butterflies. And I also don't put anything up in that upper left-hand place where it says word phrase. I do put some tags over here just because I knew that they were there in the sketch. But besides that, I'm just kind of like trying to make my own thing, trying to feel what looks good, right? Like, or trying to just make it good. I mean, isn't that what we're always doing? Just trying to make our pages good. So I do grab a tag from my stash that I'm going to use as a template. I would have just used a pre-made tag if I would have had one in blue, because that's where I was on this layout. This was a let's just get this done kind of moment. So I went ahead and cut one out of the vellum there, and that vellum goes back into my little vellum place. I think it went back into the vellum place. It's either that or it's in this big huge pile of paper over here off to the left. And then I went and found a 6x6 paper that was blue that I could trim down as well. And I'm not even tracing it. I'm just using the tag as a template and cutting it. Then I put all three tags together, used my Crop-A-Dile to punch out the tag hole, and then we are in business. So I still have eyelets, but I don't have very many eyelets, and my Crop-A-Dile is basically a tag hole puncher these days. But I'm super glad that I have it in case I want to do something with eyelets, and I'm thinking I need to do something with eyelets so I can get them used up. Because again, I want to get some stuff used up kick. Like I'm looking around my room and I'm like, okay, stamps, never going to use those up. Okay, that's not a consumable, so I don't even look at that. And then I look and I'm like, oh, my glitter glazes are a little full again. Need to use some of those up, which I have. I've recently used up a tub. And then I'm like, letter stickers, you're getting explosive. Need to use you guys up. So I'm just looking at things and I'm like, I want to use them up because I want to buy more. I am using this white and silver twine for the tag holes. It's not blue. I'm okay with that. There's little pops of white and there's also little pops of other color on this page. I'm fine with that. I don't think I've like missed the mark on the challenge or anything like that. I think the challenge is just fine the way I've done it. Now, if you are completely offended and think that every single thing on this layout should be blue, then you do your monochrome challenge that way. This one, I don't think I'm cheating. And even if I am, there's such light little bits of cheating that it doesn't matter. Not that I think cheating doesn't matter, but with scrapbooking, if you're cheating on a monochromatic color layout, I don't think that matters. Just in case somebody decides to put words in my mouth or I get a weird email that's like, I can't believe you said it was okay to cheat. you know what? If you're going to pop a little white or a little green or a little something, a little silver on your blue layout, yeah, that's fine. I don't think that that's a big deal. So, yeah. I do find some other little things. I have this little word month sticker that I put on there that says September. I've got the title and stuff down here that says happy day, and then it says do your thing, and the do your thing has some neon green on it. So like I said, cheating on the monochromatic, okay with it. I do add some enamel dots as well. So I have these larger ones that I just put on top of the page, and then I'm going to bring in some smaller ones as well. And that's just going to give me little extra pops of blue throughout the entire layout. I am doing them on the diagonal from the upper right hand down to the lower left. And then I choose to do my journaling with a white pen. And that is because you do have little pops of white popping out of this layout. You have the backgrounds paper, the little pop of white where the doily is, the little threads, and then even the die cuts read as a little pop of white because I did not completely cover up the die cut with blue ink. So there it is. And I just journal about like the thankless job that the pooper scooper has. I don't think I actually say pooper scooper in my journaling, but I might. I don't remember what I said. So there it is, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining. Be sure to click on the links down below. You'll be able to see everyone who's playing along this month, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.